Jack, how's it going, man?
Chilling, just getting ready for another win tonight.
Oh, you mean the game after this one? Because the only W you getting tonight is worked, homie.
You always got the most confidence before the game, and then after that, boy, you always deferring to me like you should.
Come on, man. If by defer you mean dominate, then yeah. Come on, man. You know you scared when you see me coming up on the schedule. Don't try to deny it, baby.
All right, true. I always got you circled on the schedule, but it ain't because I'm afraid. It's because I can't wait to beat you with one of your little wagers. Now, what is it gonna be tonight?
All right, man. Let's just go with points, all right? Loser has to post all over social media how the winner is the best scorer in the league and how much he's learned just from watching it. Yeah?
Oh, my God. This is gonna be easy. I'm in. Hey, this is gonna be easy.
You all talk, Jack. All talk, man.
Yeah, it ain't.
We have the Jazz as the road team for today's Western Conference matchup. We've got some terrific NBA action in store for you today. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. Now a chance to check out tonight's starting lineups. And guys, what do you think we'll be seeing from Monta Ellis in this one?
Well, Ellis is one of the most...
Here's Mr. Clutch. He's coming off a 22-point game against Toronto. Right wing. No luck. Now Dallas takes it the other way. They come into this one following the loss to the Grizzlies.
Yeah, I don't think they enjoyed watching the tape of that loss because there's no question they were the better team going into it, and yet they got completely crushed.
I'm actually still trying to figure out what happened there, Steve. No matter how it looks on paper, you've still got to show up, lace up, and play. It looked like they just weren't interested in being there.
Richard Jefferson, he's checked in for the Jazz. Rush comes in for Burke.
Hey, there was no question about it. Everybody knew DeJuan Blair had talent when he came into the NBA, but people were scared off because he had no ACLs in his knees. A valid reason if you look at it from that standpoint, but he continues to prove the detractors wrong by still being in the league.
Ellis outside. Pass to Ellis. Yes, and it's Ellis picking up the assist. 6 points for Monta Ellis.
It has taken them no time to build this lead up on the strength of a great first quarter offensively.
And they need to continue to put pressure on the defense and try to really run away with this one from here.
The Jazz making a switch here. Ellington's checked in. And for DeJuan Blair, it started to become difficult for him to carve out minutes with all the front court talent the Spurs have.
Yeah, now on a new team, getting a better opportunity. And you know his rebounding ability will always been there. That's something that translated directly from his days at Pittsburgh. But can his health stand up? Can his knees hold up? If they do, he's a very valuable player.
Shot clock at 2. The shot's good from Ellington. Ellington's got his first 2 points of the night.
These teams don't look like they belong on the same court today.
Yeah, it's pretty ridiculous to have a double-digit lead this early.
Shot's good for Mr. Clutch. Last time out between these two, they went head-to-head without a real clear winner, and one of them will look to change that, I'm sure, in this one now.
Yeah, you can make a great case, Kevin, for either player as far as who outplayed the other in their last meeting. But a new game and a new opportunity for one of them to establish dominance over the other.
Shot by Crowder, no good. Jazz trail by 9. Here's Mr. Clutch. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Mr. Clutch has got 9.
Textbook right there. Nice pass, great catch, beautiful finish.
Ellis dishes to Ellington. Kicks to Blair. He feeds it to Ellington. Here's Crowder. He got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. Oh, we've seen some great shots in the first quarter. No shortage of offense. Mavericks lead by 7. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the start of the second quarter in just a moment. February 8th, LeBron James and the Miami Heat go up against the Utah Jazz. Hoops action. All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And what do you think, guys, about Dallas here in this one?
And they set the tone there defensively with their shot blocking. They've been really intimidating down in the paint area.
You know, in the rest of the game, Steve, shooters will be looking around for the shot blockers because of what's happened in this quarter.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. Taking a look at the Jazz. Burks the off guard with Hayward at the 3. Enes Kanter is out there with Thomas. And it's Mr. Clutch in at the 1.
This last summer, the Mavs asked fans to submit some redesigns of their uniforms for future use. Always kind of neat to see when a team and organization reaches out for the fans' input.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to Doris Burke for an update. Hi, Doris.
Thanks, guys. Mr. Clutch in their last game against the Raptors was simply terrific. He ended with 22 points, and in addition to his scoring, he also came away with a season high for rebounds. A truly dominating game from him in what was hopefully a sign of things to come. At least that's how the franchise is thinking, guys.
All right, Doris, thank you. It really was a stunning performance, Clark. He was at his absolute best in this game.
Yeah, and the only thing about having a game like that, Kevin, is that it's almost impossible to duplicate it here tonight.
Well, nobody's expecting that, Clark, and they don't need him to do that. If he's even half as good as he was that night, it should be enough.
By himself.
Oh, are you kidding me?
That was a power punch right there.
Oh, great.
Textbook example there of how to use defense to create offense.
Yeah, beautiful transition play after the steal all the way to the basket.
Wasted no time going from defense to offense.
It feels like they're starting to pick up the intensity as the game itself starts to get a little more tight and close.
That was a nice replay brought to you by Kia.
Man, a pleasure to watch him work at that end of the floor. Let's take a look at some numbers for Elton Brand. His last 10 games, 8th in blocks.
15 seconds left in the first half of the game. Here's Mr. Clutch. Mavericks with the rebound. Ellis has got his third rebound tonight. Last time they met was right here, and they came out with the win.
That was one of those games where everybody has fun because they blew them out. The bench played. Everybody got in on the act.
And the first half is now.
Well, thank you, Kevin. Coach, I know
Now, presented by Sprint.
It's halftime, and I'm Damon Bruce, and
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
Well, both sides have assessed what. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. And the lead is down inside single digits. Mr. Clutch has got 12 in the game. You know, Clark, neither player really seeming to be playing with a lot of anger towards the other. The much calmer game is being witnessed with these two than we're used to.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, usually early on a tone is set in the game about how a matchup is going to unfold, and they both seem to not be interested in escalating anything here, just concentrating on playing the game right now.
Elton Brand is out there with Marion. Then it's Dallenberg. Then there's Ellis. And it's Ellis at the point guard position. That's the lineup out there for the Mavericks. Good! And that's 11 points for Ellis. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for Dallas.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
And I love their hustle because they're getting a lot of second chance opportunities just as a result of playing hard.
Ellis kicks to Ellis. Ellis off a pick from Brand. Ellis the pass to Dallenberg. The in low to Ellis. A beautiful reverse layup. Ellis has got 8.
You know, he didn't need to make the layup complicated. I mean, it's not a trick shot contest, but he decided to go for a little extra flavor on that one.
A moment now to look at the all-time list for blocks in a season. 7'4" Mark Eaton with 5.5 blocks a game. Wow.
that is a ridiculous number, Kevin. Eaton was a two-time Defensive Player of the Year. Just a fourth-round pick out of UCLA back in 1982. Tell you what, he sure panned out for the Jazz.
Looking at who's out there now for the Jazz. Thomas checked in for Favors. And it's Jefferson in for Gordon Hayward. Here's Mr. Clutch. He's guarded by Ellis. Thomas passes to Mr. Clutch. Back to Thomas. The pass to Mr. Clutch. And it's sent back from Talonbear.
Well, it's the edge they've had in that area on the glass that's played a big role in this game.
Yeah, they've got some strong guys, Steve. Guys that are strong and well put together, and they've used that strength to their advantage down low.
And if they continue to shoot well from the free throw line like they are, I mean, their lead is going to be pretty steady here.
That's not an overstatement. They've literally not missed a single foul shot this half.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Here's Mr. Clutch, and it's sent back from Talonbear. Oh, and here we go. Ellis has got it, the fast break chance. The shot will not go. Jefferson attacking to the middle. Here's Cantor, and he uses the glass on the layup. Cantor's got 8 points.
Superb assist there. He played the role of the maestro on that one.
And that does it for the third quarter.
Tune in next Tuesday night.
And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
Well, tremendous point guard play, but that's nothing new coming from him. This is what you expect, the gorgeous feed there.
And Utah looking at who they've got to start the fourth quarter. Mr. Clutch in at point guard. Rush out there with Jefferson. Then it's Enes Kanter, and it's Burke in at the 2.
You know, some of the chatter that we've overheard has these two making a bit of a wager on this game. Some extra pride on the line there.
Well, with the history they have between these two, I doubt it'll be very friendly. I expect one of them to be severely humbled by the end of the night with this wager. This will be interesting.
Here's Mr. Clutch, and misses it off the right side of the rim.
What was the defense doing there? I mean, he is not the guy to give an open look to, and yet they got away with it.
Pass to Marion. Nowitzki right side. A 15-footer. Utah with the rebound. Now here's Burke. Dishes to Cantor. An easy layup after coming off the pick.
And he just used his height that time down low. That's going to be pretty hard to defend against.
And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. Here's a look at what's coming up for the Utah Jazz. They'll be playing host to Miami for the next game. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. A different look for Utah. Favors comes in for Richard Jefferson. And Gordon Hayward is subbed in for Brandon Rush. It's Marion with the drive, and it's blocked by Hayward. And that's out of bounds. Dallas will retain possession. Let's see what the Dallas Mavericks have coming up. It's off to Boston for them after this game as they take on the Celtics. That's game one of a 3-game road trip. Brand outside. He dishes it to Nowitzki. Kicks it out to Ellis. Goes up from the top of the key. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Dirk Nowitzki. Ellis has got the lead up to 12 now for Dallas. Mr. Clutch, the pass to Favors. And he gets it to go.
Well, give credit where credit is due. Terrific assist inside.
For Dallas, they've gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Ellis goes in, and he gets the bucket. Ellis has got 9 points now in just the second half.
You know, it seems like when they've gone to him, he's really come through. And that's not something they should get away from.
Here's Mr. Clutch. The shot is off.
I Not too much congestion in the lane. I think he could have gotten a better shot that time, no question.
Ellis dishes to Marion. Fires at the elbow. And Cantor pulls it down.
Been a poor shooting performance for him today, but luckily for them, a lot of his teammates have come through.
From 12 feet out. And Elton Brand pulls it down. Brand's got 6 rebounds in the game.
I don't know if it's just me, but he's looked a step slow since the start of the quarter. His shooting has really suffered.
Nowitzki kicks to Ellis. Shot clock at 6. That's good. Ellis has got 4 this quarter.
Oh, boy, I love watching this guy play. He just lives and breathes the game. Loves to be out on the floor with his guys.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
I got to find something. You're right. And the first one drops. No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2.
Boy, they came out of the locker room at halftime with a much more physical disposition than they had in the first half.
Sure helps that they've gotten extra trips to the foul line here in the second, and that has to continue if they're going to complete this comeback.
Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Hey guys, well, Tyrone Corbin had some advice for the team in that last huddle. He is not pleased with the score and implored them to try to make a push right now, saying, "We don't have time, fellas. If we can't make a dent soon, I'll have to pull the plug." Pretty blunt, Kevin. Back to you.
Ellis outside. Great D that time from Mr. Clutch.
That's the kind of defense required when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were right in his face.
Open on the shot, and it's in from Hayward.
Well, he's a spot-up shooter, one of the best. One of those guys who, if you give him an inch, I mean, that's all it takes. He will let it fly and frequently knock down that shot.
That's true. And his spectacular shot blocking, something else to look for, especially recovering on the break. He can run you down and send it away in a heartbeat.
Ellis, the pass to Ellis. Yes, and it's Ellis picking up the assist. 17 points for Ellis.
Beautiful job angling his body, shielding the big man from the ball on his way to the basket.
That's really the only way to do it if you're going to take it down there amongst the tall trees.
That's exactly what they had in mind on that possession.
1:53 left to play in the final quarter. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
Well, Monte Ellis has never been short on confidence, and last year he went as far as comparing himself to Dwayne Wade, saying the only difference between them is that Wade has rings. That's a pretty big difference, though.
And you talk about the talent and confidence for Monte Ellis. Steve, what's the balance between confidence and like overconfidence?
Well, I think the balance is in your decision making, and that's the trickiest thing for really talented young players to figure out. It's just when to attack and when to back off a little bit. And that's all stuff that just comes with experience.
They double team Ellis. And Utah has possession. There's 1:26 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Mr. Clutch. Here's Cantor. And a good offensive board. And he gets the bucket.
Boy, they needed that last rebound. They haven't done well on the boards overall, but that one was huge.
Still fighting for the win here. Ellis with it. Favors picks him up. Ellis can't get it to go. Jazz trail by 11. Passes it to Mr. Clutch. And with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits. .58 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Ellis outside. Ellis, that's good. And the Mavericks lead by 11.
He's just been the man since the start of this quarter. I mean, just a tremendous period of basketball for him.
Here's Mr. Clutch. He's guarded by Ellis. No good from Mr. Clutch. Ellis goes in. The feed to Nowitzki. Ellis fires. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Dirk Nowitzki.
And a terrific run to really put this ball game away.
And now let's see how many more points they can throw up there before the horn sound.
Mr. Clutch, the pass to Canner. From down in the low post, it goes. The Mavericks have gone 8 of 13 from the field since the start of the fourth, sinking the majority of their shots. Now Ellis. So we see the Mavericks taking the win here. Not much to be critical of with this win, Clark.
Not at all. I mean, they showed up not just to play, they showed.
Yeah.